Well, it's been a little more than a week. Apologies for that. I was, uh, mirror dwelling, ignoring how lazy I am. I'm answering your questions today. I really hope I don't have to explain to you what a Q&A is. Well, let's do this. Draven Stewart asks, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. My birthday was like around a week ago, so hey, here's to 19 times around the sun. But thank you for the question. Spyo2 asks 3 questions. Question 1 is, if you could bring any fictional character to life, who would it be? Raven Team Leader cannot be one of them. That's actually pretty easy. SCP-999. I need that little orange blob in my life, alright. Question 2 is, why are you red? Because it's my favorite color. Hypothetically, how do I get rid of 90 kilograms of chicken? Well, I mean, you eat it. I don't know what else you do with it. Lil Rolsey Dreamer asks, how do you dispose 50 kilograms of uranium? Eat it. Court Jester asks, howdy brother, saluting emoji. What's your favorite ice cream flavor? I may judge you severely depending on your answer. Okay, I'm very passionate about this, so passionate about this that I didn't even script this next bit because that's how passionate I am about this. I need to put this away. I'll put that like right there. Generally, I am a big cookies and cream enjoyer, but specifically Bluebell Cookie Two-Step, because hear me out, it is a combination of cookies and cream and chocolate chip cookie dough. 2 of the objectively best ice cream flavors in my opinion, and who knew that combining 2 perfect flavors would make an even more perfect ice cream flavor. I will die on this hill. Bluebell Cookie Two-Step is peak. Okay, Jasper Animate 73 asks, hey buddy, what's it like to be a furry? Oh god, get ready for a tangent. I'm putting the clipboard down again. This answer really held me up for quite a while because it's become so normal at this point that I don't really know how to answer it, but I will try my best. I think the best part, easily, is that it gives me a great medium to express my softer side with others, given that the furry fandom is a space where, affection, hugs, and cuddles and all that are completely accepted and very much embraced. Which is great because that's something I feel like I was missing before I found this culture that is entirely based around it. Alongside that, it's driven me to be a lot more creative as well as being more ambitious with my pursuit in content creation. I mean, if it weren't for me becoming a furry, I wouldn't have found such a niche genre, I guess you could say, of content, and I wouldn't have gone out of my way to, get characters like this made. My channel would probably be a lot more boring if I never became a furry. That isn't to say I don't have my problems with the furry fandom. I have my opinions about how fucking sexual this fandom is, none of which I'm gonna share here, because my channel isn't really the place that I wanna talk about that kind of stuff, and this is already too much of a tangent, and I don't want to whine and complain about furries in a Q&A video. Thank you for the question. I forgot to include their name here, but you'll see it on screen. Where are your normal maps? You look like clay. I don't know, man. I didn't make the avatar. Ask this guy. Ruby01 Games 64 asks, beep? Boop. Wolfbite Gaming and Music asks, what was your first OC? This one. Right here. Yours truly. I mean, unless you count my Minecraft skin before I became a furry, and that was like the main character of my channel. I used to have a shitty AI-generated version of that Minecraft skin as my profile pic for the longest time, but I don't really want to count that because I don't know if your Minecraft skin really counts as an OC. So for all intents and purposes, I'm gonna say this is my first OC. Thank you for the question. Some name, the Shapeshifter, asks, why do you look like a Sith Lord protogen? Aura. User Vuk5B6 Force asks, why does the poor prude keep getting tossed?
Ow.
Because it's funny. Chaos Goober Owo asks 2 questions. What flavor of RAM is your favorite? RGB. And what's behind that visor? Horrors beyond comprehension. Midnight Grace 23 asks, random as fuck question. Why a protogen specifically? If you chose a different species, what would it be? I chose a protogen mostly because I already liked their designs before I became a furry. I feel like they're a very entry-level species to the furry fandom because they are a furry species, they're cute, fluffy, and anthro, but they're just sci-fi enough that you can play it off as just liking them because they're cool cyborgs, so your normie friends might not question it too much while you're still exploring the fandom. And as for a different species that I would choose, I have something to show you. Alright, I'm out of here. Bye, guys. Hello. Yep, they threw me in the Nova Beast machine, and now I'm a Nova Beast. Believe it or not, I actually like Nova Beasts more than Protogens. That's right. I said it. I'm not the Protogen fan I used to be. I think Nova Beasts are a lot cuter, they're more expressive, and this new Sona I've made feels a lot more like just me. I figured I needed a more casual / cozy Sona, because I don't think my Protogen, canonically a genocide machine full of self-hatred, would be as much of a softie as I tend to be. But yeah, this is the new, or a new, face of my channel. I'm gonna be using this character a lot, probably more than the Protogen, but I mean, he's not gone forever. Consider this a bonus surprise for the 2,000 subscriber special. A new character has entered this Crimson Zero cinematic universe. Trevor Mosk, K7G, asks, are you a Protogen? No. The Ink Demon 666 with a $2 donation, thank you very much, asks 3 questions. Question 1, do you like Pokemon? I mean, it's alright. I got into the trading card game for a little bit recently, but I mean, that's about it. I've never been a die-hard Pokemon fan, but I do like Meowscarada. Question 2, what got you into content creating? I grew up mostly watching YouTubers, and eventually I thought, hey, I want to do that, and here we are. Question 3, can I have some toast? Ah, man, the toaster left. Sorry, bro, you're gonna have to ask him when he comes back. Nico129, I don't know, asks, can I join because mainly I'm bored? Well, you didn't really ask a question, and I'm not inviting random people onto my video, so you get a participation award, I guess? Johnny the One asks 4 questions. What will the weather like on the 25th of June, 2030? I don't know, man. I'm not a meteorologist. 2, would you still make videos if you're a worm? Well, I don't think worms can make YouTube videos, but if I happen to be a worm capable of speech, I mean, that'd be pretty fucking cool. Have you ever seen a worm YouTuber? Didn't think so. How was your day at the time of answering this? Refer to the first question back at the start of the video. And question 4, what is a kilometer? I don't know, man. I'm an American. Dorix asks, what is our secret evil plan on July 26th at 8:30 p.m.? I forgot. Dorix, I can't believe you'd forget. Now they're on to us. What have you done? Latitude Spect asks, how fluffy are you? On a scale from 1 to 10, I'd give myself a 9, only losing a point because I had to nerf the chest fluff a little bit so that the Ultra Kill shirt is visible, which is extremely important, by the way. My Protogen, though? Maybe a 5 or a 6. You know, our armor isn't really the best for hugs and fluffiness and whatnot. Samurai Ninja asks, what is your mother's maiden name? The name of your first pet. The number's on the... Oh, wait. Wrong question. Who is your inspiration? Too many to list off. My personality and content ideas are an unholy amalgamation of all the YouTubers and streamers I watch. I've never had an original idea in my life. Bowden Menace 6274 asks, this is for your Fursona completely submerged in motor oil for a week or have 200 volts ran through you once a month for a year and they stack. Okay, I assume they're asking if I'd rather be submerged in motor oil for a week or have 200 volts ran through me once a month for a year. My brother in Christ. 50 volts is already getting into dangerous territory, at least according to the tiny little bit of research I did. Just give me the motor oil so I can get it over with. Owen Daw, OM7VL, asks, cheeseburger or hamburger? Cheeseburger. Orange Eccentric asks, what is a game you've played on stream that you want to revisit but just haven't yet? Inscription. That game was super interesting, but I really sucked at it, and I just haven't bothered to come back to it since. It was a really cool game, though. I'd love to revisit it at some point. EJ here asks, what is your favorite kind of candy? I don't actually eat candy that often. I mean, I usually eat bigger desserts like ice cream and cake, but if we're strictly talking about candy and not desserts, I think I'll have to give it to Crunch Bars. Bonus answer for what my favorite dessert is, I love cheesecake. The Bluest of Boilers asks, which is the superior color, red or blue? Gee, I wonder. Hi, I don't know, asks, or rather says, I'm in your walls. Huh, funny you say that, cause, I'm in your floorboards. And that is every question that I had to answer. I don't know how to do outros, but hey, you know what? Another shameless self-plug. Go follow my Twitch, because I actually exist there. I don't know how to do outros. They're overrated anyways. Bye. Oh yeah, and thank you for 2,000 subscribers.